Good morning, students. So, what we studied in the last class? In the last class, we saw about real numbers, right? And what all numbers together form real numbers? As rational numbers and irrational numbers. They together form what? They together form real numbers. Okay. In the last class, when we studied about real numbers, we convey. I said taught you about real numbers through what? Through words, right? I said there are two types, that is rational numbers and irrational numbers, and examples of rational numbers are what? 2 by 3, 1, 4 by 5. All these are examples of rational numbers. And what are the examples of irrational numbers? Root 2, pi, root 3, etc. are all examples of what? Irrational numbers. Through words, I did say what are real numbers, right? Or in other words, what did I did? Okay, I did write it on the board, right? Root 2, root 3, 2 by 3. I just wrote it on the board. In that way also, I did tell you about the real numbers, okay? Apart from these two methods, we have another method, a little bit interesting one, okay? To represent what? Real numbers, okay? So here, we will need to know about what? What is a line? Okay, what is a line? This is a line, right? What is the peculiarity of a line? Yes, the line extends, right, to both the sides. They do not have a end. But what are line segments? Line segments are like this. There are two endpoints. The line drawn between the line segments, between these points are called what? Line segments, okay? We don't need about line segment. Here we need is line, okay? Now, so now you know what is a line. Line extends infinitely to both the sides. Now what is the numbers? These numbers have an end? No, right? Even numbers does not have an end. It will go on like that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakhs. It will go on like that. It also doesn't have an ending. So these numbers and the line both doesn't have an ending. So these numbers and line decided to be friends because what? They have a common thing. What? Both of them doesn't have an end. So they decided to become friends. And so what? Friends will always be together, right? So to make them friends, what we can do? We can keep them close, okay? So this is a line and we shall mark points on this to represent what? To represent the numbers. Okay, now for writing the number, the center of the line will be marked what? 0. Okay, and to the right side of this number line, we'll be having what? We'll be having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., which are positive. Okay, so what we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Go on like that. Okay, and these are positive. Okay, and to the left side of this number line, what we'll be having? We'll be having negative numbers, right? 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, etc. It will go on like this. It won't be having any ending. Okay, so that is a number line. What we call this? We call it as number line. A line that is used to represent the numbers. We can represent all the numbers that we've studied till now. What? All the real numbers, right? Real numbers will be including all the numbers that we studied till now, right? All these numbers can be represented in this number line. Okay? What is the peculiarity of the number line? The numbers that are right to the right of the 0 are what? Positive numbers, and the numbers that are to the left of the 0 are what? They are negative numbers. Okay, so that is about number line. Now Now let me ask you one thing. Here I have a triangle, okay? A, B, C. One side of this triangle is 1 centimeter. And this side is also what? 1 centimeter, okay? Now, what will the length of this AC be? AB is equal to 1 centimeter and BC is equal to 1 centimeter. We don't know the length of AC, okay? How will you find the length of AC? Yes, by using how to find the length of the hypotenuse, right? How will you A B square plus BC square gives you what? AC, right? The same as AC, so root of this. It's same as what? AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, right? So now what? 1 square plus 1 square, right? AB is what? 1. 1 square plus BC is what? 1 square. What do you get? 2. 2 centimeter. That is what? AC square. We have to find what? AC, right? And so AC will be equal to what? Root 2 centimeter. Right? Is it right? AC is equal to root 2 centimeter. You got it right? Now, let me ask you another thing. That is, we have a circle over here. Okay. The diameter of the circle is 1 centimeter. Okay. Now, what will the perimeter of the circle be? What is the formula for finding the perimeter of a circle? The perimeter of a circle is given by the formula what? 2 pi r. So, we shall write P for perimeter is equal to 2 pi r, where r is the radius of the circle. Okay. 2 into pi into, what is the radius? The diameter is 1 centimeter. So, radius will be half centimeter. Okay. So, here we can write 2 into pi into what is r? 1 by 2. 2 and 2 cancel. So, what do you get? We get it as pi centimeter square. Okay. So, that is the what? Perimeter. You got it as pi, right? What is the perimeter? Perimeter is pi. What is pi and root 2? Both pi and root 2 are examples of what we did study in the last class. Right? What are they? They are irrational numbers. Till now what we did, we represented rational numbers on the number line, right? We represented what? 2, 3, 4, 5, also 0 on the number line, and minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, all these we represented in the number line. Apart from that, we can also what? Write decimals also, right? Now, all those were rational numbers. Now let's see how we shall write or represent irrational numbers on this number line. Okay. For that, we shall first draw what? We shall first draw a number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, goes on, okay? -1, -2, -3, -4, etc. Okay? Now, let me ask you something. What will the distance of 0 and 1 be? If it is in centimeters, okay? It can be any unit. It can be centimeters, it can be meters, it can be kilometers, whatever it is. But for our convenience, we'll be taking, or when you draw it on your books, what we'll take, we'll be taking it as 1 centimeter, okay? Now, what will be the length between this? It will be 1 centimeter. What about the distance between this 2 and 1? It will be also 1 centimeter. Okay, so always this will be of equal length, right? They are at a distance of 1 unit over here. Now, can you give me some examples where you can see these number line? Sometimes you will not be able to see negative numbers. Then it's not necessary that we should always write the negative numbers also on the number line, but anyways this will be right there. Okay, so can you give me some examples of number line? Yes, scale. On scale we can see, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is marked like that. So it is an example of number line. Now what? Yes, the scale that is there on the dam and all. For that is used to what? Used to measure the depth of the dam, right? How much amount of water is there inside it. So on that also we can see this number line. Now what else? Yes, on thermometer, right? This is also an example of what? A scale, number line. Okay. Now we shall see how we shall represent irrational numbers on the number line. Before before we did see, right, what was the length of this AC root 2, right, when AB and BC was equal to 1 centimeter, right? Now, what is the length of the AB? AB is 1 centimeter. So we shall place this triangle by over here, over between 0 and 1, because in between 0 and 1, what is the length? It is 1 centimeter, right? So we shall place it over here. Okay, I have placed that triangle over here. This is ABC. AB is 1 centimeter, base is 1 centimeter, and AC is root 2 centimeter. Okay. Now, how will you draw this root 2 on this number line? Suppose you don't know the value of root 2. Then how will you draw it? Yes, you take your compass. Okay. Take your compass, fix the pencil over there properly, and then place the compass over here and measure this root 2, that is the length of AC, and then just mark an arc like this. Okay, arc like this. It will touch somewhere over here. Okay, and that point, this will be the root 2 on this line. What is the value of root 2? The value of root 2 is 1.414, right? And it goes on. It doesn't have an end. If this is 1.5, then what? Root 2 over here, right? That will be 1.414. Okay? So that is the value of root 2. And this is how you mark irrational numbers. Now, what is the value of pi? What is the value of pi? The value of pi is 3.14, right? So, if this is 3 and this is 4. What's the value of 5? 3.15. It will be coming near to 3, right? So we can mark it as over here. 3.14. Similarly, you can mark root 3 on the number line. What is the value of root 3? 1.732, right? So you can also mark that on the number line. So this is how we mark rational numbers and irrational numbers on the number line, or we shall mark what real numbers on the number line. We did say that towards the right of the number line we shall see positive numbers, and towards the left we shall see what? We shall see negative numbers. Okay. So now when you look at over here, what can you see? As they move to the right side, the numbers are keeping on increasing, right? And as we move to the left side, what will happen? The value will increase, right? No, sorry, the value will decrease. As we move to the right side, the value will increase, and as we move to the left side, the value will decrease. See, here, 0 is to the right of, 1 is to the right of 0. So, we can say that 1 is greater than 0. We know, right? 1 is always greater than 0. Now, is 2 greater than 1? Yes. Is 3 greater than 2? Yes. Is 4 greater than 3? Yes. Is 4 greater than 1? Yes. So, we can say that the numbers to the right will always keep on increasing. Okay. Now, what about to the left side of this number line? Is minus 1 greater than 0? No, right? Because this is negative. Let us move to the negative side. But 0 is not a negative number, right? So minus 1 is less than 0. What about minus 2? It is becoming more negative, right? This number is representing what? It is becoming more negative. So minus 2 is less than 1. What about minus 3? Well, minus 3 is less than 2, right? What is minus 4? Minus 4 is less than minus 3. Is minus 4 is less than minus 3. Is minus 4 less than minus 1? As minus 4 is less than minus 1. So as we move to the right side, the numbers will keep on increasing, and as we move to the left side, the numbers will keep on decreasing. Okay. So that is what all we studied today. What we studied? We know what are real numbers. Real numbers is what? Rational numbers and irrational numbers, they together form real numbers. Now in today's class we studied how to represent these numbers on the number line. Okay, and what we can represent rational numbers and irrational numbers both. Okay, the real numbers on the number line. And as we move to the right side of the number line, the numbers will keep on increasing. And as we move to the left side of the number line, what will happen? The numbers will keep on decreasing. The value will keep on decreasing. Okay. Now I shall give you an assignment. Just see whether you are able to do it. Okay. So that's all. Thank you and see you in the next class.